Yo, welcome everyone. Bitcoin is crashing once again and it unfortunately looks very bad. In the next coming days, be slightly more careful. Let me show you why. Now, in yesterday's video, we talked about the importance of our liquidity level at approximately 110.5 thousand US dollar area. We simply said, if we do see push towards the downside, we need to see an immediate reaction back up, start closing the candles above our liquidity level for us to then say, okay, Bitcoin successfully completed a swing failure pattern or a liquidity grab below the recent low. We are going to look and fire another long trade. But as of right now, none of the candles are able to close above the recent low. That is simply why, if we are following our strategy, we are not entering a long position just yet. And also personally, I do remain in my short trades on XRP, on Ethereum, and of course also on Bitcoin. Later in the video, I'm going to share with you exactly when we can be looking for another long trade on Bitcoin, and also if we do go lower, what is then going to be our next major price target. But additionally, on the entire move down, even more people are getting wrecked. Pay attention to the liquidations in the past 24 hours. Over 656 million of longs completely wrecked and completely liquidated. So it really does look like people are not managing their risk correctly. They are not setting stop losses, and right now on the move down, they are clearly getting wrecked. Additionally, right now, I do want to share with you a bullish scenario because it really does look like a lot of people, once we are seeing a push down, are right now going to flip bearish. Reality is, we are going to be looking for brand new short or sell positions at the areas of resistances. Guess how I was able to enter a short position at 121,000 US dollars by shorting the area of resistance. That is why at the area where we are as of right now, of course, we are not going to look to enter another short trade. We are simply more interested to fire another long position on the Bitcoin chart itself. And let me right now share with you a good reason why ideally the bottom on Bitcoin is right now already in, or it's actually very, very close. We are going to zoom out on the daily time frame because you probably remember about the rising wedge pattern I already talked about a couple of days ago. Connecting our higher highs with a diagonal area of resistance and also connecting our higher lows with a diagonal area of support, we can definitely be forming some kind of a rising wedge. And with our rising wedge, what we can right now say, the entire move towards the downside right here was simply some kind of an A, B, and then C correction. So, of course, unfortunately, we do not know exactly where the C-Elite wave is actually going to end. However, we can talk about some very important price targets, not only about our major area of support I am going to share with you in a moment, but also we can literally measure the entire ABC correction with our Fibonacci extension price targets. So what we can right now do, let's go with trend-based Fibonacci extension. Let's go from the exact high back towards the exact low, back towards our exact high. 1-to-1 Fibonacci extension has already been broken. 1.236 Fibonacci extension also has already been broken, and right now the next target, if you look like that, is going to be 1.618 Fibonacci extension price target area at 106.1 thousand US dollar area. And let me right now share with you why this specific level is really an important level. Before we talk about it, of course, I would really appreciate for you to smash up the like button because 1000 likes are really possible, and also thank you for subscribing to the channel. Let me right now share with you the importance of 1.618 Fibonacci extension price target in our major rising wedge pattern. So again, the entire ABC correction right here can already be finished, but for that we need to see a sign of strength. I'm going to also share with you exactly what is going to be a sign of strength I'm right now paying attention to. But the thing is, because as of right now, we are not seeing a sign of strength yet, we still potentially need to be prepared for slightly lower targets. So our 1.618 Fibonacci extension is landing at 106,000 US dollar area. What if we right now go one step further? Where is going to be the most important Fibonacci retracement price target once we are measuring the entire move up? So we are going to go from our swing low back towards the swing high, going with our golden pocket. Now, I would agree with you. There is no right now perfect alignment with the golden pocket and our 1.618. But if we do go with our logarithmic chart, the alignment is going to be much better at approximately 106, 107,000 US dollar area. For this example, I would like to use the logarithmic chart simply because Bitcoin does have significant moves towards the upside and also towards the downside. That is why using the logarithmic chart also for our Fibonacci extension price targets does make slightly more sense. Additionally, our golden pocket and also our 1.618, both of them are perfectly aligning with the liquidity level at approximately 107,000 US dollar area. So right now what you can already see, we have perfect alignment with 3 important levels almost exactly right here. Additionally, let's go one step further. We are going to go with our anchored VWAP, and trust me, people do not know how to properly use this specific tool. Some of them don't even know that anchored VWAP actually exists. And we are going to anchor it exactly at this specific low. What do you right now see? Historically speaking, this specific level has been respected beautifully. And right now, if we are going to go just slightly lower, we have again perfect alignment with the anchored VWAP, with the golden pocket, 1.618 Fibonacci extension price target, and also with our liquidity level. And we are not even done yet. We can apply our high-term time frame levels on the chart. And what you're right now going to see, exactly at this specific area, Bitcoin definitely does have 2 very important daily areas of support. The first one is slightly higher than our golden pocket. The second one is slightly lower. But nevertheless, it really does look like it is going to come in approximately at the exact same zone. And additionally, we can also go with some of the volume levels. To get our volume levels, we are going to be measuring our recent range that Bitcoin already broke towards the upside. So right now measuring this specific range, it does look like value area high coming in almost exactly at our golden pocket at the liquidity level 1.618 and also both daily levels. So that is simply why I would definitely say if Bitcoin does right now go slightly lower, we hit our major area of support right here. To be honest, I definitely would be interested to fire another long or buy position on the Bitcoin chart itself. And probably not only Bitcoin is then going to see a bounce towards the upside, probably a lot of different altcoins are going to follow, especially Ethereum and maybe also some other altcoins such as XRP, Cardano, Polkadot, and maybe even Solana. So yes, we can be looking for some bigger long positions literally sooner rather than later, especially if Bitcoin is going to hit this major area of support. Additionally, as we said before, we are then going to be looking for our bigger rising wedge pattern. So that is then simply going to mean bounce approximately right here, another all-time high, and only after that we can be looking for a major push towards upside, for a major correction, maybe even below 100,000 US dollars. Right now, let me also share with you at what area is Bitcoin trading as of right now, and why overall speaking, unfortunately, we are still not looking very much bullish. So for that, all we have to do is to go with our major horizontal range. Breaking the range down, of course, it's not going to be a bullish indication, but we also need to know deviations from the range are something completely normal. So right now, this could simply be some kind of a deviation. We do see acceptance back in the range and we continue higher. As of right now, we are not seeing that. Resistance is resistance until proven otherwise. And right now, unless we are going to be able to reclaim the area of resistance, again, we cannot really flip super bullish on the Bitcoin chart itself. Additionally, you still need to know on all of the time frames going right now with the exponential moving averages on the 2-hourly, 1-hourly, 4-hourly time frame, all of the EMAs are right now saying to us we are moving in an average downtrend. So we still, as of right now, need to be slightly more careful, also knowing Bitcoin is not hitting our major area of support. So as of right now, we simply need to stay slightly more patient. However, I would definitely say this area is a good area for us to be looking to take some profits on all of our shorts right here, and very soon we can also be looking to enter another long trade on the Bitcoin chart itself. That is why right now, if you want, you can take an advantage of the free 8,000 US dollar bonus without KYC and without VPN with the SEC link down below in the description. BitUnix Exchange is right now with me having a very exclusive campaign, but the time is definitely running out. You have only right now 2 more days for you to secure a VIP level 3 after you register and after initial deposit, and additionally you're going to get a 20% deposit bonus, and also you're going to get up to 40 USDT in future bonuses for brand new users. So take advantage of all of those bonuses using the second link down below after you register and after initial deposit. Let me right now actually also share with you why the bottom of the range right here is such an important level you should right now really pay attention to. It's not only going to be the bottom of our range. We can literally right now remove the range from the chart to only pay attention to the price action. So once you right now see where Bitcoin has gotten many reactions off of, you're clearly going to see that this specific area is an important one. Bitcoin hit the level, we got a major bounce towards the upside. We hit the level right here, major bounce towards the upside, and also it does look like once we broke it down, bearish retest, and then of course we went even lower. So this specific area is right now one of the biggest levels we ideally want to see Bitcoin to reclaim literally as soon as possible. Additionally, we can right now find another level that is right now aligning exactly right here, and it's going to be once again anchored VWAP once we anchor it exactly at this specific high. So it is curving towards the upside, and probably in the next couple of hours it is going to align with our major zone of resistance. So right now what we know, overall speaking, we are in a downtrend. Overall speaking, we are forming lower highs and also lower lows. So that being said, if we do see right now a push towards the upside, this right here is definitely going to be the first major level you should right now definitely be aware of, where potentially Bitcoin could maybe even see some kind of a rejection back towards the downside. But fortunately for us, yes, it does look like we are seeing some bullish indications on many different indicators. Going right now, first of all, with money flow and also MACD on the daily time frame, you're actually going to see maybe even something quite surprising, because it really does look like Bitcoin clearly is forming another lower low right here. Money flow, we are seeing a higher low. MACD indicator also, at least as of right now, it is still forming a higher low. However, we need to also see a curvature towards the upside for us to confirm a bullish divergence right here. Additionally, pay attention right now to the RSI indicator also on the daily time frame. Yes, we are not seeing a regular bullish divergence as right now, similarly as we are right now on money flow and MACD. However, what if Bitcoin is right now actually going to hit our major area of support at 106 and 107,000 US dollar area? It is still going to be a major higher low on Bitcoin, while the RSI is going to see another lower low. So in that case, we are not going to get a regular bullish divergence, but actually a hidden bullish divergence, which is then suggesting that the trend is most likely going to continue and that we can actually continue our way literally straight towards another all-time high. So RSI indicator, money flow, and also MACD indicator, as of right now, it does look like they can be slightly more bullish. Additionally, remember our Achler stochastic CG oscillator we mentioned yesterday. Also yesterday on Twitter, I shared with you that yes, Bitcoin is having a double bottom pattern, which is going to be a major buy signal for Bitcoin. Unfortunately, this specific buy signal did not really play out. We got a double bottom on the 4-hourly, but Bitcoin once again got another push down. Of course, none of the indicators does have a 100% probability of playing out, and in this case, unfortunately, it failed. But fortunately for us, going right now on the weekly time frame, it really does look like that the Achler stochastic CG oscillator is right now finally resetting. We went from the overbought area, and then also Bitcoin got a push down once the indicator resetted in the oversold area. We got another push up, not in the overbought area, but nevertheless, we are right now seeing another push down. Again, last time we were in the oversold area, usually Bitcoin really likes to see some kind of a push towards the upside. So that is why, as of right now, I would definitely say where we are trading as of right now is not the area for us to be looking for brand new short positions. I am right now still in a short position. However, I am paying myself, taking a lot of profits just in case Bitcoin is then actually going to continue its way towards another all-time high. Not to mention paying right now attention to our major liquidations, and something I also posted about on Twitter literally 15 hours ago, where I said this level is a magnet, and I was referring to the major liquidation cluster on the 2-week time frame coming in at 119.4 thousand US dollar area area where over 300 million of short positions are going to get liquidated. So this right here is going to be another bullish Bitcoin indication. And also remember, yesterday we already talked about a major semi gap. Bitcoin right now does have at approximately 117,000 US dollars. So this right here, in a combination with our liquidation cluster right here, clearly are going to be beautiful bullish Bitcoin indications. And probably right here wondering, how can I right now approach the chart for me to look to enter another long or a buying position? Of course, if you are feeling slightly more risky, you can be looking for a brand new long position after we are going to be able to reclaim our recent lows right here. But in that case, definitely I would be setting my stop loss exactly below the recent low in a case we are going to see another push down. This specific trade is definitely slightly more risky. On the other hand, the best long position I do see right now is going to be if Bitcoin does go lower and we then actually hit our major area of support at approximately 117,000 US dollars. That said, potentially Bitcoin then does hit our major golden Fibonacci ratio, our anchored VWAP, and also our daily level. And of course right here, we can then be looking to enter a very high probability long position on the Bitcoin chart itself, and not only on Bitcoin, literally on the entire cryptocurrency market. That is right now why, if you want to trade with us, take the advantage of the free 8,000 US dollar bonus, no KYC and no VPN, with the second link down below, because only after you register and after initial deposit, you're going to get some very nice bonuses. But also right now, thank you for smashing up the like button.